This is dramatic. Wow, almost wish I had a wider lens, to be honest. It's a little bit darker. I could probably do f4. Cool. Continuing my practice with the Fuji GW690ii, I wanted to focus on areas in Rochester that embody spring. Just south of Center City is Highland Park, and while it's probably one of the most well-known locations, I enjoyed exploring it on film. Collecting footage for this video also allowed me to test out Dehancer, a software package that emulates motion picture film and still film. Dehancer's team was gracious enough to provide the software and asked me to review it. I used the Pro plugin for Final Cut Pro, and it's really impressive how many options are available, including various profiles for film stocks. There's even one for Lumichrome Purple, and it correctly assigns the color primaries of the film. But it doesn't simulate the color nuances produced by actual Lumichrome Purple, and stretches of color often render too uniformly in the generalized shades, in my opinion. For my process, I enjoyed using the Kodak Pro Image 100 profile, which is warm and nostalgic, but still pretty neutral overall, and I used some of the additional tools in the software to kind of create a harmony between the digital footage and the actual film scans. Film renders the bright glow of sunny highlights differently than digital, and Dehancer is great at dehancing the digital footage, allowing for things like halation, bloom, and grain. In the sky here, you can see the reddish-orange halations and the blooming highlights. And here, you can see grain versus no grain, though definitely exaggerated with the settings here, just so you can see. This YouTube journey is filled with challenges and mistakes, and I'm learning to work with the equipment and the materials that I have. Sometimes I am frustrated with the quality of my footage. Most of the time it's from either the GoPro or my iPhone 15, and the image sensor on both of those is pretty tiny, but I'm learning to kind of go with the imperfections and just use what I have and lean into the imperfections even, which I think is actually really refreshing. And this software complements that approach. Well, different day this time, a little cloudy, but yeah, back at Highland Park again. I just loved how the light is kind of coming through this little corridor here between the trees. Yeah, do 1/15th just to be sure. All right, f8, 1/15th. F5.6, 1/30th. Spring is challenging for me too, especially because it feels so fleeting. A few days apart can look radically different from each other. Most of the footage in this video is from April, but it's now May, and the park is likely even more in bloom. Alright, kind of working again, or struggling again with the fact that the minimum focus distance is so long, but I don't know, trying to think creatively. Alright, let's see how this turns out. It's going to be interesting. Maybe this video could have been better if I had waited for that peak, but I do wonder what I might have missed in that early part of spring. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. See you next time. Peace.